guys, welcome back to my channel, Just Some Convo. You know I'm your girl, Sammy Smiles, and you know I got my girl from the ATL, Jackie O. What's going on?
Hey, this Jackie O from the ATL, Georgia Peach into his house. Oh,
I wonder if it's hot down there like it's hot up here in Detroit, honey.
Girl, it's Johnny blazing in here, okay? It's like 70, it's like 78, and it's hot as shit, okay?
You see in my face, I'm like, woo. See, in Michigan, you know, it is literally hot and cold. Like it was winter last week, literally. We had snow. Now it's hot. I think it was 81 degrees yesterday. I don't even know what the temperature is now. I think it's like 70 something, 77 degrees. It's like, I see how people get sick in this kind of weather, but that's besides the point. That didn't bring you guys here. The thumbnail didn't talk about weather. The thumbnail talked about the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
The Real Housewives.
So let's just get right to it. Your thoughts overall on the whole episode on Sunday night?
Okay, the reunion.
Mm-hmm.
I think overall, I thought it was okay. I'm waiting for to get a little bit juicier. I think this is just they just came out, doing a little petty swings right now. But Marla gonna come out next on the next episode, which is part 2. I can't wait for that one this Sunday coming up. But Let's get straight to the point right now. Let's talk about the whole Kenya Moore and maybe Drusadora. That whole situation about her saying something about her son, reposting that, retweeting, and I'm to myself, me personally, I have a child, and I'm like, well, I have a couple of them actually. So I'm like, oh,
a couple.
I mean, if somebody reposted something, I don't care. To me, my thing is for her to be so dramatic over Kenya posting it. And you know how Kenya is. I love Kenya true enough, but if you want to get so dramatic about, oh, I can't believe she reposted this, my child will never forgive you for that. Okay. I'm like, stop acting, okay? Because Kenya's not your friend, okay? You just
you don't have to be a friend. It's a colleague. It don't
matter. It's people at my job. I don't give 2 shits about two squares.
That's you. See, you say you. You say you.
But my thing is, you signed up for this job. You're getting paid per episode to do this. So my thing is, if you can dish it, be able to receive it, because you're coming full throttle at Toya. Okay, though
my thing is, if you're gonna take that same analogy, if you could dish it, then don't toss no rocks. You should use that same thing with Kenya, because Kenya wouldn't let none of that stand with Brooklyn. You know that. So don't act like, oh, she's coming out here smelling peachy keen. Kenya's wrong for doing that. You leave children out of it. Nobody said nothing about Riley and Candy doing that when she forced Riley to sit up there with Block. And that was made Riley really uncomfortable. Everybody was talking about that. So nobody had an issue with that. So don't have an issue with me doing this with my son. And I really thought that was pretty cool for her to do that. Not cool as in like, oh, that's, really acceptable, but nice that other women can see that you're not the only one who's going through a situation like this. And that's true. This is how you can handle it. And I thought they handled it really well, because they wasn't forcing him. They was just trying to get him, his feet wet a little bit to get to know his father. And that's the bottom line here. You don't need to retweet certain things. Certain things like that don't need to be retweeted.
My thing is like this. If you have a situation that you're unfamiliar with, and you're still kind of like feeling your way through it.
Yeah.
And your son is uncomfortable, and it's blatantly clear he is uncomfortable. So my thing is, until I understand how he truly feels about it, I would have just kept him off. I wouldn't even been filming him. It would have just been me and my husband. It wouldn't have been about the kids. Because you know what I'm saying? Because he's still learning himself. I don't want anyone to use anything against him as ammunition towards me or anybody else in my family. And he's still trying to understand and identify his feelings with his father. So for her to put it on there, even though that she said she did that for other women, but not everybody feels the same way she feels. Mm-hmm. If the world was perfect, it would be nothing. It'd be nothing but rainbows and unicorns. But my thing is, the world isn't like that. So you have to be prepared. You have to put on your big girl panties and your tough skin, because people like Kenya are going to come at you.
Kenya need to be respectable like that as well when people turn around and talk about Brooklyn. So don't sit up here and be like, oh, I could talk about your kids, but don't talk about mine. Like the whole situation with her bringing her daughter on the trips and stuff like that. She was so quick to defend. I have a child in the house and you're sleeping around with another man and a stripper in the house. Girl, you all the way upstairs to the left down the hall. I'm over here doing what I'm doing, and not in front of your kid's face. But you want to sit up here and throw that card. So that's why I say, for Kenya to say that, no. And the other girls on the panel also disagreed with her too, saying that was wrong. And that's when she apologized. If you noticed it, she apologized right then when Candy and when Portia said that. That's what she was like, well, if you feel that way, I'm sorry. At first, she wasn't going to back down. But please believe it was Brooklyn in that situation. Oh, she would have been like how Drew Sidora was.
What I'm saying is, if Drew Sidora puts it on there, I feel that Drew Sidora just overacted. For her to be crying, I never forgive you for that. Okay, this
one thing I respect about Charlamagne said you can't tell people how to react to certain situations. You can't tell somebody how to react and how they're supposed to be.
She's acting. She's an actress.
She could be, but that's her feelings. You can't tell her how she should feel and not feel.
My thing is, she seems like she's a way tougher woman than that. The way she come gunning at the Toya, she seems like she's way tougher than that. And I
thought Kenya was tougher, but Mark made her look like Miss Me. Like I never seen Kenya look like that.
The difference between Mark and Drew is because Kenya and Drew is because Kenya was in love with this man.
How you know that though? That could be acting. She's an actress too.
No, what I'm saying is when somebody in love with somebody, they tend to allow certain stuff to happen that they wouldn't allow with somebody else. But Kenya and Drew, they're not even friends. They're just co-workers. Okay. Yeah. It's like George is. I'm just saying, somebody at your job come at you, you're gonna be like, lick my ass and keep it moving. You're not going to take that energy home.
You keep forgetting that. That's you.
What I'm saying is, once you sign up, you sign that contract, people are going to gun for you. Just like they was gunning for Candy, they was gunning for Cynthia, they're going to gun for you. They're going to gun for you. People are going to make it their mission.
You know that better than anybody. So why are you sitting up here acting like that when you don't like nobody to come after you? And when you said she loved Mark, she loved her child too. Drew Sidora, I'm pretty sure she loved her child more so than she loved the man. I know that for a fact. A lot of women do. See, the thing is with Kenya, what I don't like, and if Cynthia would have said that, I probably would be like, okay, yeah, I can see why Cynthia probably felt uncomfortable. Because Cynthia don't sit up here and throw stones about kids and all that other stuff. Kenya want to protect Brooklyn, want to do all this with Brooklyn. Oh, don't get involved in my life and all. But yet still you can say stuff about other people. That's what I don't like. You can't have the glass full and half empty. It's one or the other.
Then that should have been one of her, just like how you saying that right now, she had more than enough time at the reunion to come up with that sentiment herself and say, listen, I don't appreciate that because you are very protective of Brooklyn and now you're gunning for my kid. She didn't say nothing about that. She didn't bring up Brooklyn.
I didn't think about it, but I had time to think about it too. It wasn't like on the cusp. Yeah.
She was watching it just like you was watching it.
She was in the moment. You know how you in the moment, sometimes you were like, dang, I wish I would have said that. Like that bothered me so much because some people catch me off guard when they say stuff. And I'd be like, dang, I wish I had a really good rebuttal to that, but they caught me with my pants down. Oh, well. But nevertheless, what other highlights happened on the reunion show that you guys want to talk about?
What else happened on the reunion show? Oh, when Toya, she come out guns a blazing, she like, brr, 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 you know what I'm saying? Shot to the fire, shot fire, bloom the clock, blend the clock. She came out there, honey, when she came out there talking about SpongeBob called to, I thought
that was so stale. I thought that was so stale. Like, I looked at her like, and you look like a terrible, like you look like an intern at a plastic surgeon office. Like her like surgeon or whatever she got on her face, like, cause her face like this all the time. I'm like, you can't talk about nobody else. Like, LaToya's not gonna look good in like 15, 20 years.
My thing is this. I'm not even a big fan of Toya. Let's be real. Let's be real. I like Kenya. I'm not even a big fan of Toya, and this is why, because I didn't care how she went to Fallon's house and was just like ripping up in her, going crazy at her house about her husband and everything. That was, to me, that was disrespectful. That was low class. I did not like that. But I like her enough to rip into Drew Sidora's ass. I mean, that one I could be eating popcorn all day. I'm like Kenya said, that part. You know what I'm saying? Because I just don't care for Drew Sidora like that. I just think
you made that clear, apparently. I don't know if you guys noticed it. I noticed it, right?
Right.
Sorry, Drew. I like you, Drew. The only thing I have a problem with is the whole prophet situation. Like Candy said a couple episodes ago.
Like you were saying that you didn't care for her with the whole prophet situation.
Yeah, I didn't care for the whole prophet thing because he's a grown man. Grown ass man. So I don't like blaming the actions of women, especially when the man is a pursuer. She could be a pursuer too, but he's a grown man. She's a grown woman. If she pursue that man and not ask him, you marry your girlfriend, whatever, or even when it comes to church and all that stuff, and what was the requirements, can you date and all that stuff, then that's their business. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit up here and be like, oh, I can't get my baby blessed because of you doing sinful actions. There's like a million different prophets that's probably in Georgia alone that you could go to and get your baby blessed.
My thing was this: she was intoxicated. You took her home. You were taking her home. Your assistant invited her to church, and then somehow, some way, she got introduced to the prophet. They hit it off, and now, if they were together, sleeping together in a relationship, who the hell cares? You know what I'm saying? Who the fuck cares? You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
or they have an affair.
You want the prophet or something? So why you care? Are you jealous? I mean, I don't understand, because in my thing, I'd be glad that she's in a relationship, so she leave me the fuck alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, go ahead, get in the. Who cares? You act like you owe this man something. You don't owe him nothing. You don't owe her nothing.
The only problem I had with her, because I'm like, girl, who cares? And I know you mentioned before when we was talking about the wig on the White Christmas episode when she did the good thing. That was irritating too. That was irritating too.
A regular ass wig, and then you gonna try to give it away for $1,000, boo boo. I'm sorry, nobody want that shit that you wore. Okay,
she even had in the carrier. In the pay carrier.
Everybody would take that shit. Okay, but you're not Beyonce. You Drew Sidora. I didn't even know who the fuck she was until I happened to see her on a T5 special, whatever that thing was, and then I saw her on White Chicks. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't know she was in White Chicks until I happened to see. I didn't know either,
but she known from The Game. That's the show you used to watch. Remember The Game? I never watched.
That's the only three things I remember her from. She could be in way more movies than I remember. But the White Chicks, she was Marlon's wife's best friend, and that was even like she was her best friend. She didn't, and then she was, what was she else? She was in T-Boz's movie, that documentary with TLC, and then she was, like you said, in The Game. But other than that, I didn't even know her real name was Drew Sidora. That was her name they gave her on the show.
But it's like how I seen Kenya. Like Kenya waiting as hell. And the reason why I seen that, got that fresh off my head, and Deliverance from Eva, is because I just literally see those two movies. I think it was on Hulu or Netflix. And I was like, oh, they got that on there? Okay, let me watch this. Some good movies to watch if you guys are bored this weekend. Two good movies.
White Chicks is funny. White Chicks have you in there rolling, okay?
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, when that kind of bothered me. And that's the only gripe I had about Drew. But another thing I wanted to highlight about the episode, the reunion episode, is Kenya coming for Portia and her activism. I thought that was tasteless. Just because you was in the PSA video, so what? Not everybody involved in everything. You should just be happy that a Black woman is doing anything for Black culture on a big platform like Bravo, right?
Mm-hmm. Now, what Kenya could, if I was Kenya, I'd be like, okay, boo boo, you don't want me in your PSA? That's fine. That's fine.
What you were saying?
I said, yeah. I said, with the situation with, I would just done my own PSA. That's how I would have done it. I would just did my own thing on the side, as far as promoting Black Lives Matter and doing my own PSA. But I was gonna bring up too, I remember a time where Phaedra and Kenya didn't get along either. And Phaedra was big enough to add Kenya to that. Remember, she was doing something for the youth.
And she was trying to get views or something like that.
Is she invited Kenya? I don't know if it was domestic.
Oh no, it was that trip.
Which I would have liked to see Portia do that, because this situation, Black Lives Matter, is bigger than her.
Well, she
You know?
just, I think Portia
But
just didn't want that drama, because even when she volunteered for that, remember the earlier in the season, excuse me, when they went and helped out Candy with the food drive, Kenya was making like sideways comments then. Why? We here giving out food. Why are you being sideways? Why are you acting like this? You know what I'm saying? Like, she probably like, I know Kenya well enough that I don't want to even deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Weird at that whole episode. So I don't like that. I didn't like that at all.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
All right. Well, let's get on to some different topic today. Let's talk about the Khloe Kardashian and Tristan. The whole
I know
situation with
you guys are tired of these Kardashians. I know that much.
a
Go ahead.
new one comes from out of the woodwork talking about she had an affair with Tristan. What a surprise. Oh my goodness. Somebody what is it? Somebody better kiss the baby. Somebody better kiss the baby.
You said,
But my thing is this, I am not surprised. I am so not surprised. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, I've heard this. I'm not sure if you ever heard that saying, how you got him is how you're going to lose him.
absolutely.
The same way you got him is the same way you're going to lose him. You got him from when he was in a relationship with his girlfriend was pregnant, whether they was on the verge of breaking up or they had problems in paradise, you still came in and was with him, right?
Yes.
Now that before, when you was pregnant, he cheated on you blatantly. He didn't care. Then when you had the baby, he cheated on you with Jordan, which is Kylie Jenner's best friend. And then now he's cheating on you again in January. And I believe, if I add up the dates correctly, they was together by then, because the last season of the Kardashians are being filmed, was already being filmed at the time, was currently being filmed at the time, and they was together, living together. Okay, because of the whole pandemic. He wasn't, going back and forth in basketball. So that happened somewhere in between this whole pandemic. Mm-hmm. Okay. So my thing is, somehow, some way, when he professed his love for her and apologized to all the Kardashians for cheating on Khloe, then he does it again. Can you really trust him? Can you? Once a cheater, always a cheater. In my book, he cheated.
He's a cheater, pumpkin eater. Now, the piggyback off what you just said, he's blank with it too. He's not like he even hiding it. It's like remember that one time he walked out the hotel and the lady was like right there, they had pictures, and he was just like, oh my gosh, like, can you at least just act like you care? But maybe it's a Kenya and Mark situation. Maybe it's an arrangement child, and she wanted the baby really bad, and she just stick it with him because she knows she ain't gonna get no better. Now, I do believe Lamar was probably the best bet she had.
But see, even Lamar was dog. I mean, he wasn't this blatantly dogging her, but from what they say, he cheated on her, but nobody knew about him cheating on her. And then I'm not sure, way back, I don't know if I even seen this before, but when Kim was about to get married to the other Chris, remember that Chris before
Chris
she
Humphries,
got married? Humphrey, yeah. He told him, which is Lamar told him, like, basically, you get in with the Kardashians, you're doing good, basically, like you're good. You know what I'm saying? So I think the same thing Tristan thought. Okay, I'm gonna be with Khloe, whether it's for a short amount of time, but basically people gonna start like coming after him. His following gonna get larger. People going to know who he is because he's with the Kardashian. Just like how Travis Scott was with Kylie. He was already famous, but when he got with Kylie, his shit shot up. You know what I'm saying? Because when he was torn, he had brought Kylie out there, and that's how his records became number one over than Nicki Minaj. And Nicki Minaj got mad because she felt that he pulled out Kylie, which took him over her record sales. You know what I'm saying?
I remember that.
Yeah, so my thing is, at the end of the day, is when you get with one of the Kardashians or / Jenners, we know that that's gonna take your money to a whole nother level. Your following gonna be a whole nother level.
Yeah, I remember that with Nikki. And...
Exactly. So I think that's the same thing. I think Tristan looking like, I got a baby with her. I'm tired forever. I'm gonna be with her. I think at the end of the day, he may settle down with Khloe when it's all said and done. When he retired from basketball, and nobody get two rat's asses about him. he may settle down with Khloe. But right now, while he's still in the league, he's going to cheat because women going to make.
Yeah, he's a basketball player for a reason.
He's going to travel. When he travel, women going to find their way into his bedroom. They're going to offer him all kind of stuff, and then when the time is right, they're gonna bust him open. They gonna
They even said LeBron cheated. They say he said not at the Olympics. It was the All-Star game that just happened. And they said that he had all the cell phones and stuff taken away. They had to sign NDAs and all that stuff. So he crossed his T's, dot his I's. If he did, allegedly. I got to put that in there. Allegedly.
He was smarter than this Tristan.
But the difference, Jacqueline, the difference is he cared enough. I'm not, and viewers, I'm not saying he cared like, I love my wife, I want you to my wife. I'm talking about he cared enough for his brand, his image, and if this got out, it would be detrimental. Because if he loved his wife, he wouldn't be doing it. He probably loved his wife, but he need, as they say, they have needs. They use that as an excuse a lot, which that's a discussion for a whole nother episode, honey. That's cheating. It's a topic within itself.
One thing is, let me say it like this, and this is one thing since in all my years of living, which is not very long, but it's long enough to understand. I know I got
long enough to me with your old ass, but go ahead.
Well, my thing is, where there's smoke, there's usually a fire. Okay, so I don't care if it's a small little smoke, it's enough to say it's a fire. Call 911, it's a fire, come over here and get it out. But what I'm saying with this situation, I wouldn't be surprised if LeBron is cheating. I wouldn't, because Michael Jordan cheated, Magic Johnson cheated. You know what I'm saying? I would not be surprised. I don't put nobody above nobody, honey. Put that him as an icon, and he cheated, with multiple women. We wouldn't even expect it from him. So I wouldn't even. I'm not gonna put LeBron above any of those past.
There's only one that I heard that all players agreed. I think that was Patrick Ewing. They said he used to go in his room with his Bible, and he was like, "I'm not about to partake in none of that nonsense." But Mike did it. Tiger did it.
Okay. So I just want to make sure that KD ain't shooting. I know, Kevin Durant, he better not be cheating. You know what I'm saying?
Stephen Curry. I like Stephen. And I
don't think Stephen Curry, Steve Curry, whatever his name is, Steph Curry. I hope he's I like him and his wife. I think they're a perfect couple. And I hope he doesn't cheat, But like I said, at the end of the day, you can't put nobody past. You can't put nobody above anybody else. And nowadays, you just can't. You know what I'm saying? Because you'll be surprised. And who out here? And women make it very easy for men to cheat. They make it very easy, They
make it easy, but men shouldn't be that reluctant to do it as well. You know what I'm saying? They shouldn't go looking for it. Because some women legit be like, "Oh, you married? I ain't gonna mess with you." And then, they take the marriage ring off next time. It's bad. Women do go out looking for them. They be right outside the arena waiting for him. So
me and my husband, we joke about that because he was like, when he go to work, he don't wear his wedding ring all the time because he leave it at home because he said he don't want to. He almost left it at work one time when he took it off in the bathroom. He left it next to the sink, so he leaves it at home sometimes because he don't want to forget it. But he was like, "Babe, if I wear my ring today, I'm gonna have way more women looking at me. Way more women want to be with me because I'm taken." And he laughed about it all the time because he said, I got more women looking at me when I have a ring on versus when he don't wear his ring. He don't have as many women looking at him. So I tell him all the time, like, they want to get cut. They want to get cut.
You already know they want something already established. Like, okay, would you want? Some people want to move into a house that's already built. Right? They don't want to move into a house that they got to wait on, build on, invest in, do all this stuff. Yeah, you get to pick and choose what you want and do all that stuff, but it takes time. When you can already move into this mansion and it's beautiful and it's already pre-decorated and everything, all the bells and whistles, you're going to be like, I'd rather have that house because I can move into it today. And a lot of people look at that. Like, I don't have to build this man. This woman already built this great man. You know what I'm saying? So that's when you told me a long time ago, like, hey, be careful when you build a man because they can run off with a whole nother woman, and you helped him get through all the struggles and all the problems and all that situation. And guess what he do to thank you? Go and marry another woman or go be with another woman or cheat with another woman, whatever. So it's crazy. It definitely is crazy. But I think she won another baby by him. And I think that's probably why she's still hanging on by a thread, because she don't want multiple baby daddies, probably.
It don't matter. My thing is, okay, you could have the same amount of kids by like how Courtney and Scott is. They friends, and yet he's dating, she dating.
Oh, he's another.
Or you could be like Kim. You got Kim, who had all her kids by Kanye West. They getting a divorce. You can do all that, but you're not going to be happy. You're not going to be happy. Say she find another relationship. Yeah, you got the money to take care of these kids, but he has multiple kids. You're not his only. Like, how I think Kanye West, he only has those 4 with Kim, right? Even though they said there's someone out there, but I don't know if that's true. And Scott only has those 3 or 4 kids with Courtney. Tristan is not the same for him. He has other baby mamas. So it's like, okay, you can have 2 with him, but you ain't the only baby mama.
That's true.
You're not even his wife. Yes, got 2 different last names. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, whatever.
Change her name anyway. That's her.
But I'm saying the baby name is True Thompson. Hers is Khloe Kardashian. Which, if anything, I would have said True Kardashian. I wouldn't have said True Thompson. I don't give a fuck he is. The daddy. I would have. I'm saying the Kardashian name got more weight than Thompson.
Yeah, it do. And it's not traditional because you're not married. So you get married, then you change the name. But if you're not married, honey, it's gonna be my main name.
Hello.
Period. But any final thoughts on that?
That's about it. I just say, as far as don't invest all your time into one man, especially when it's nothing in return for you. It's nothing gained on your side. At the end of the day, you had to kill this man. You level him up, and now at the end of the day, he might even be leaving her. Your investment may not stay with you. You may lose it. Mm-hmm. So be wise on who you invest in, mentally, physically, and emotionally, because, honey, like you said, some investments return, some you have to sell. And I think this one you have to sell, child. Trade that MF. I trade the so, but my thing is, what would you? I want a man. Like, say, hypothetically speaking, say this girl is really truly lying. Say it all the time doesn't add up, the dates doesn't add up, but somewhere in the back of her mind, she's still gonna wonder: did he cheat? Is it true? Because he done it in the past. And would you want to always be looking like that? If whenever he leave the house, is he really going to work? Is he really going out with his friends? Or is he truly cheating on me? Do you want to be like that? I don't even want that type of stress in my life. Yeah. That's my final thoughts. So makes sense, baby. And you know what I say? When it makes sense, it makes dollars. All right, that wraps up our show today. Sorry, you look a little rough today. I know I do. Next week I'm having my baby. So May 6th, I'm having my baby Ava, my baby girl. So I'm gonna try to drop as many videos as I can. So please, stay tuned. If not, Jackie O gonna have to fill in. My husband and Jackie O gonna be on here doing my show. No, please don't have him on there. And I want all the cheese and I want the crackers, okay? Please don't put him on there. I'd rather wait for you. I want him. He gonna be up here. I'm like, do it now. Do it. All he gonna do is make me laugh. That's all he gonna do. It's crazy show. But don't forget to visit my Facebook page. I'm gonna have it below for you to see. And like I said, I got to get the Instagram together. I'm gonna definitely try to get that together. But I've been working on my house and try to get it baby proof and sanitized and ready for my family that's coming. Yeah. Can't wait for that. So, like I said, guys, I appreciate you watching, listen and stay. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. Share. And then comment below and let us know who you agree with, who you don't agree with, and future topics that you want to hear. Team O or Team S? Oh, they always gonna be Team O all day. Okay, Team Osman. Team Osman. Team O. No. Oh no. Team S. That's a yes. Put it across your chest. There you go. Okay. Love you guys. Talk to y'all later. See you on the next video. Don't forget to check out the videos on the side as well. All right. Bye.